What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody, it's been a long week. And we was going to record Friday night. But there's something important going on Friday night. I'm going to watch Mike Tyson knock a motherfucker out.
Hey, did you see he just slapped him?
Oh, yeah. Smacked the shit out of his ass. Yeah, I was like, uh-oh. It's getting real now. It's getting real. All I can say is, I hope old Iron Mike comes out. What's up, everybody?
Man.
I'm Big Temp. That's Big Mike. We are the two co-hosts that you love to hate, especially donkey fans.
Man.
We are the guys from the Cave Cast. We want to say thank you to everybody that is joining us. I will say this. Everybody, we have hit our 1,000 subscriber mark. I do so much appreciate it, as does Mike.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's something that we've been trying to achieve, and it's been a slow grind, but we did do it under the time limit that we thought it was going to take us, which is a blessing. That's all I can say. It's a blessing. One of the things that I would like to talk about tonight is the game that's happening right now. It's Thursday Night Football is on, so we're talking about it as it's going on right now. And the Commanders are up 10-3. Yeah, against the Philadelphia Eagles.
I got it playing right now.
Yeah, I don't know, what's necessarily going to happen. I do know that Jalen Hurts took a good spill at the end of the first half, hit his head. They put him in a concussion protocol, I guess, at halftime just to check on him, make sure he was okay. Looks like he came out fine. He's
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. The Washington defensive line is they murdering that offensive line right now, man.
Right now, we'll see what happens.
Like the whole game, they've been manhandling them all game. They ain't been able to do nothing.
Yeah, so
they've been getting after Jalen too. So
yeah, and the Eagles had a chance to score a touchdown at the end of the half, but it didn't happen. They took 3 points. So, that's, we'll see. Right now, Hurts is 11 for 20 for 116 yards, right? So, seems like Washington's got a good game plan right now, but it's still 8 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter. So we'll see how this game goes on and see who takes this win. So, how you been doing, man?
Man, I'm all right.
Good.
Same. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm straight.
We've got a lot of games that are going to be coming on this weekend that, I think are going to be some good games. But we're going to do a recap of everything that happened in the Chiefs game. And, Mike, I've been being asked, because all the time what I'm drinking in this cup, right? People ask me all the time, right? And so most of the time it's water. Sometimes I might have a little beverage, an adult beverage in here, But tonight, these are the sweet tears of donkey fans. So this is the sweet nectar of the gods, victory. It's sad. It's sad that I've had to hear, all these TikToks and shit like that. Oh, Saquon just took off for a big run. But it's sad that I've had to hear all these damn TikToks and, these videos of these donkey fans. They were on there going crazy. They getting ready to do it. The Chiefs won't be undefeated no more, baby. This, and that. And then when the field goal gets blocked, it's like these motherfuckers just lost their house.
It's crazy. When that happened, I had just got done. I was at work and I was watching the game on my phone. I had just got done delivering the package and I went back into the van and watched it, right?
Yeah.
The dude that I delivered to, he was also a Chiefs fan.
Oh yeah.
And they had the setup where like they had the patio. Yeah. But like they had the TV on the patio and they was all outside watching the game.
Yeah.
And we was watching it at the same time. And when that field goal happened, bro.
Elation.
Everybody was hyped, bro. The dude was going off on the Broncos. He was like, fuck the Broncos. It was funny, man. It was hilarious, bro. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow.
Do you know what's funny is I've heard everything under the sun about how the Chiefs win and why they win and things like that. But what people don't really talk about is the fact that the way they won this game, nobody would have put, a lot of people would not have put money on this, right? They would have not have put money on the Chiefs blocking a field goal to win the game.
It doesn't happen.
No.
A field goal block in general is like one of the rarest things to happen in football. It does not happen very often. You might get it once a year, maybe twice.
So,
you don't see it very often.
Here's my thing about this. So, Dan Orlovsky went back and was watching tape throughout the whole game, right? And not only throughout this whole game against the Broncos, but he went back and watched film.
He's been doing his home. The Chiefs been doing their homework. That's what it is.
Garrett Bowles has been getting blown up all season at that position right there for field goal kicks, right? Well, during the game, there's 3 attempts that Garrett Bowles gets bowled over, right? And they get closer each time. Each time it was just a little bit closer until the final time.
The one that Nicole caught, he actually, dude almost hit that one too.
Yeah. So
Leo, he almost hit that one as well.
So they had been looking at and see, this is the thing I say about the difference between good teams and bad teams. Good teams make those plays when they have to because they analyze it, they find the weakness, and they try to make something happen on that weakness. There's the difference. See, everybody can say it was luck, but it can't be luck if they found that weak spot. It's the weakest link in the chain. That's basically what happened.
But I do think it's a little bit of luck, but at the same time, is it really luck if they do it consistently? They've been doing this consistently. Now, I get the field goal aspect of it, the block. I get that part of it because that is something that doesn't happen very often. But I'm just talking in terms of making that play by any means necessary. Whatever it's special teams, defense, offense, it don't matter.
Here's the thing about luck. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. They prepared for this. For this, and they analyzed it. They found a weak spot in the chain, and what did they keep doing? They kept going back to that weak spot in the chain until it broke.
And they had a dude that was perfect to do it with Leo.
So my thinking is that I don't want to hear about how the Chiefs are lucky. Were we lucky? I mean, how many years ago was that when Nick Bolton picked up that fumble right at the edge of the end zone? 2 years ago against the Broncos, right?
Wait. Which one? You said Nick Bolton.
Yes, when he picked up that fumble at like the 2-yard line. I think that's what it was. He picked it up at the 2-yard line. The Broncos were getting ready to score and ran it all the way back for a touchdown. Right? These are things that...
I don't remember that.
I don't know how... It was in Denver. If I remember right.
Did we win that game?
Yeah, we won that game because of Nick Bolton. So
I don't have to find that.
You don't remember it? Yeah, Nick. You
don't.
Look at least that's how I remember it. Yeah, Nick Bolton.
I'm about to look it up. I really don't. I remember the Super Bowl one.
Yeah, we know about the Philadelphia Eagle Bowl, but think about that. Look up that one. Nick Bolton. I think this is right. Nick Bolton scoop and score fumble against the Broncos. To me, like I said, luck is. They can say whatever they want. You found it, didn't you? Yep. See, I be on my shit.
I don't know. Maybe I gotta see it to remember it.
You'll remember it because I remember we were watching it together, and it was a crazy play. But the thing about it is luck is something that people put out there when they can't explain that how it happened, but it's not because they can't explain it, it's because they refuse to believe that this team or this person actually prepared for something in this situation, right? We see teams do it all the time. They prepare for certain things. Coaches go over 2-minute drills, what they're gonna do in the 2-minute drill, right? The 2-minute offense. They do it all the time. The difference is in this situation, it was the special teams that prepared for this. They prepared for this. They found the weak spot, right? The weakest part of that chain, and they destroyed it. So I hear all these donkey fans. I hear all these people out here. The Chiefs are 9-0.
Oh, there you go. You know he was froze this whole time, right?
Oh, I probably was. I'm sorry if I was froze up.
Yeah, I didn't hear nothing. Yeah, I didn't hear nothing for like a good minute, a minute and a half.
Well,
I thought you cut out or something. I was like, what's going on?
Well, I'll put it like this. What I'm saying is that this is the thing that the special teams did. They found a weak spot. They took advantage of it, right? And they did exactly what they were supposed to do, right? So the special teams did their job. But I keep hearing this shit about how the Chiefs are the luckiest team in the league. How do they keep doing this? They're the weakest 9-0 team ever.
Man, I've been seeing all that.
How is this?
They've been talking about point different. They got the lowest point differential in the NFL and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, you know what's crazy about that stat?
Yeah.
So remember when the Patriots went undefeated that year with Randy Moss?
Yeah.
Remember? They were blowing everybody out. They had like the number one offense in the league that year.
Yep.
And guess what they did?
They lost.
They still lost. So point differential doesn't mean anything. You can have the best offense. Like I get it. You want to, don't get me wrong. I really want to see the offense play better. Obviously,
of course you.
Well, that's because we always want to see. There's always going to be room for improvement. Even if the offense was playing great, there's still always going to be room for improvement, regardless. So here's the thing: the point differential doesn't really mean anything if they're winning. And not only are they winning, I'm going to tell you what the Chiefs are doing. They're grinding out teams. They lead the league in time of possession.
Yes.
They lead the league in like possessions in general. And
they're
then
the number one team on third down.
Yeah, they're the number one team on third down. And then you know what they're doing while they're grinding out teams doing that on offense?
They're
making that defense. Yeah, they're tiring out their defenses. And then what are they doing on the opposite end? Giving their defense a rest.
Exactly.
It's literally what they're doing. They're doing it on purpose. Why do you think Kareem Hunt is getting so many touches?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, when Pacheco come back, because you're gonna see different looks now. Yeah. They're not just gonna be running inside all the time. So now teams can't just stack the box inside.
Yeah,
they're gonna start doing a little outside zone and stuff like that as well. So
here's my thing. I understand the frustration. I mean, hell, I felt that way when the Patriots were winning all the time. You know.
Hell yeah. But this is what happens when you're great, though. You do this with all teams when they're great. They did it with the Bulls. They did it with the Lakers.
But I can tell you right now, I have no fucks to give when it comes to the Broncos. Because I remember all those years that Elway was coming back, beating our ass in games that we should have won.
Even Peyton.
Putting the dagger in us.
Even that little short span with Peyton. The same thing.
I remember those years. Now you motherfuckers get a chance to have a taste of it yourself. How does it fucking taste? It sucks, don't it? It fucking sucks, don't it? Oh
shoot.
I'm giving everybody the business when it comes to the AFC West. And I can just tell you this. Yes, the Chiefs aren't blowing anybody out. I don't care. You know, the only thing I care about when it comes to point differential or number differential is what's the W's to the L's.
You know what I'm thinking?
That's all I care about.
You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking is going to happen in the playoffs, though? You know what's going to happen in the playoffs? And this is just me. I don't know. But I just had a funny feeling. They're going to play like this the rest of the season as far as, like, they're not going to score a whole bunch of points. Now, they might have a game here or two the rest of the season where they get 30 or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe. What's going to happen, though, in the playoffs is going to be the complete opposite. The offense is going to be scorching.
Yeah, the offense will probably pick up. The offense will probably pick up.
The offense is going to be scorching. They're going to score at least 30 plus in all those games, probably, depending. Like if it's a obvious, they got control of the game, and like I said, it just depends. But I just got a funny feeling the offense is just going to be different, like it usually is in the playoffs, because it was the same thing last year.
I think you're right. I think it'll change up once the playoffs get here. And if we get the number 1 seed overall, we get that bye and give guys a little bit more chance to rest, get healed up, and get ready. Hey,
it's either going to be that. It's either going to be that or the defense is going to keep the games real low.
Yeah.
Like to where they don't need to score 30 points. You know what I'm saying? So
it could. Hey, and if you guys don't have Prime, you need to get Prime. There's been some really good games on Prime this season. So far, I have not been disappointed. I have not.
I actually think their games look the best.
And they do look the best. The 4K is
remarkable. It's not even close.
Yeah, so
and they got the different camera angles and shit.
Oh, yeah, the different camera angles do help. Hey, by the way, if you guys have not hit that like and subscribe button, please do. Please do.
Please.
We want to have as many people as far as our channel, subscribe. And remember, it doesn't cost you anything. It just gives you a notification whenever. Yeah, gives you a notification whenever we put out any new material. That's all it is. And you guys can come and hang out with us for a little bit, right? So, hey, here's one thing I will say. The Broncos are trying to get in that spot where they can get a wild card position. I don't know if it's going to happen, right? But I will say this. Bo Nix did play very well against the Chiefs, considering.
Mm-hmm. I do think so, too.
He played very well.
They got a nice little They got a nice young quarterback. I definitely agree.
Yes, I do agree. I do agree. And on top of that, if you guys haven't heard, we do have some more news. So we do know that Pacheco is back. Charles Omenihu was back. Their 21-day window is open. We don't know how soon they'll be back available to play, but the window is open.
They already confirmed Juju will be back this week.
Juju will be back this week. But we did have an injury to our kicker, Harrison Butker, and it's going to require surgery. And they're saying he might be out 3 to 4 weeks, which does suck. It does suck.
Yeah, it sucks. But like I said, like I was telling you earlier, though, like I said, I would rather us get these things out now.
Yeah.
And then be ready by playoffs. If he needs to do that now and he still has a chance to come back, do it now. Because we're 9-0. We're 9-0.
Yeah.
It's not like, we're in a situation where we need to win games immediately. So get healthy, get your surgery, do what you got to do, heal up, and then be ready when the playoffs come. That's all you can really ask for at this point.
So the Chiefs picked up Spencer Schrader, right? And from what I understand, Jets fans are losing their mind that the Chiefs picked him up.
Bruh. I was in a Twitter space with Jets fans, right? And they was going off on the GM because they don't have a kicker.
Yeah.
They don't have a kicker. They don't have one. He was their best kicker, probably.
And here's the funny thing about that.
I just don't get it. I just don't.
Here's my thing. Jets fans, this is my message to you. Why are y'all mad? Y'all are not going to the playoffs.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit.
I'm being for real. Listen, just go ahead and tank for the rest of the season. You'll get the first pick in the draft, this coming, draft, and be happy with it. This is what y'all do. Just stay consistent. just stay consistent. Y'all ain't going to the fucking playoffs. Y'all went and spent all this money
No.
bringing in Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, and
I
you
actually
know,
think now I do think Rodgers is part of the problem, but I just think the Jets
you
organization
think?
is
You
trash.
think? Well,
The
yeah.
organization is trash. Like, but Rodgers is definitely not.
No.
He's not. You know what the difference between because I see people comparing him with Mahomes, and not as far as like at least as far as talent goes, right? But you know what the difference is between them two? Mahomes
Wins?
is so
Super Bowl wins?
shut up. I'm not even going there. I think
Ah,
I'm going more towards like Mahomes is humble, very
true.
humble,
Very
and
true.
he's a team first guy. I don't
Very
necessarily
true.
think Rodgers is like that. I think Rodgers is more of a what's it called?
His shit don't stink. That's what it is. He believes
Yes,
his shit don't stink.
yes, exactly. I think that's what it is with Rodgers. And you see what Mike Williams was talking about. Oh, you might not have seen. He was throwing shots at him for throwing him under the bus
Oh
when he was
yeah.
with Jets. Yeah, he
And
was
what
talking
happens?
shit.
He goes to Pittsburgh, very first game, scores a fucking touchdown
Crazy
to give the
touchdown.
to give the Steelers the lead in the game. So
Exactly.
we know it's not Mike Williams.
Right. But
I'm
even
not
if it
saying he didn't
was
have his
his,
own faults. I'm not saying he didn't have his own
yeah.
faults or mess up sometime, but
But even if that is the case, even if it was his fault,
don't
like
throw your
you
guys under the bus.
exactly like you see how many times Mahomes player like the receivers and tight ends and running backs fuck up with Mahomes. You
Yeah.
don't see him throwing them under the bus
No, you never do. And
ever.
that's the thing about a good leader. A good leader understands what he has to do. And
Exactly.
he doesn't throw his guys under the bus because he's the leader.
You know why? You know why I say that? Because okay, so that throw to Worthy in the end
Yeah.
zone that didn't happen,
Yeah.
which I actually think I think it got caught by the wind. Honestly, now the more I think about it and I looked at it,
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were saying, or no, not that one. It's the Kelsey one, right?
Okay, the one that
So
flew in the end zone. Yeah.
Kelsey, yeah. So a lot of the time, he was saying that he should have hit him better. He should have got the touchdown to Kelsey there.
Yeah.
But I actually think Mahomes threw a good ball. What happened is that by the time the ball got there, Kelsey wasn't ready to jump. And
He
even
did kind
Kelsey
of turn
said
around
that,
late. He did kind of turn
yeah,
around a little
he
late.
said he said he didn't get his feet under him in time for the ball, and it would have been an easy touchdown catch. Like it would have
Yeah.
been a no brainer. So like that's what I'm saying. Like Mahomes don't do stuff like that. Like even with Worthy, even on the shots that Worthy probably messed up on, he always talks about how he could have threw a better ball.
Yeah.
He could have put it in better position to make it easier on the receiver. You just don't see that kind of stuff from Mahomes, even when it ain't his fault.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
hey,
Yeah, absolutely right. So here's the deal. All I can tell you is when it comes to the way I would want to put together a team, you know, we have an issue now where we don't have our starting kicker, and the Chiefs made a move to make sure that they got somebody in there to handle that situation, that job, right? Jets fans are mad. I don't understand it because you guys suck anyway. So just go ahead and get ready for the offseason. Simple as that, right? But when it comes down to it, this is going to hurt us more than I think people are, really letting on, because we know Butker was pretty much automatic. We know he was pretty much automatic. This new guy, we don't know nothing much about him.
he ain't missed the field goal.
Yeah, but we just
You know
have
what
to
I
see.
say? You know what I would say to admit it to get rid. The Chiefs can fix it. You know how they can fix it?
Score touchdowns.
Score
What was that?
touchdowns.
What did you
I'm
tweet
being so
today?
serious.
What did you tweet
I
to
literally
Mahomes today?
tweet. I tweeted to Mahomes. I said touchdowns from now on, nigga. Like seriously,
We
if you
can't
don't want to have to worry about that,
score.
score touchdowns.
Score
That's
touchdowns.
there's your answer. Score
Yeah.
touchdowns.
We
Now
need
you're not gonna
more
score
touchdowns.
every time. You ain't gonna score every time. But if you could score, if you get to
But
the red zone.
if we're in the red zone, score a touchdown.
No, you're right. No, you're right. You're
If we're in
definitely
the
right.
red
If we
zone,
get to the
score
red
a
zone,
touchdown.
you need to get in that. You need to get in that end zone.
That
No
is the
field
most
goals.
That is the most
touchdowns.
frustrating thing is that, how many times we've been in the red zone and we just don't come away with a
Exactly.
touchdown. Oh my
And
God, it's
Mahomes, it's funny. Mahomes is actually right. He made this comment after the game against the Broncos, and he said, our offense would look completely different if all the shots that he's missed with him and Worthy connected.
that would be true. That
The
would be
narrative,
absolutely true.
the narrative would be completely different. It's little things like it's just maybe one is off or the other is off. Maybe just little stuff. If those two
They can
connected on even
fix it.
70, yeah.
They
If
can
they could,
fix it.
if they connected on 75% of those,
Yeah.
the people wouldn't be talking about the offense the way they're talking about the offense because Worthy would literally have more than 600 yards off receiving yards easy by now.
Yeah.
If he
So
caught
they,
all those,
yeah, I
yeah.
believe they can fix
Oh,
it. So
oh
to
yeah, me
me,
too.
I'm
It's
just
gonna happen.
waiting. We have a big game this week. We're playing on the road in Buffalo, and everybody's got Buffalo as the favorite.
That
The
is
Chiefs,
crazy.
hey, it
That
is what
is
it is.
insane.
It is what it is.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. The Chiefs are 11-3 when they're the underdog. I'll take it any
So
day. Remember, I told you
yeah,
they like
and
being the underdog.
so I'm looking at this and I'm saying, okay, we will see what happens. The Bills have a good team, but they haven't played a lot of, winning teams so far this year. Not a lot of teams that they've played that actually have winning records. So,
Hmm.
did you actually look up that Bolton fumble?
Yeah, I did. I seen it.
It was against
It
the
was like at the. I want to say it was like at the 20 or 30 or something like
yeah,
that.
something like
It
that.
was something like that. Yeah,
Yeah. So,
I
but
remember it now.
we are waiting to see what happens in this Buffalo Bills game. I got sidetracked there. But the thing about it is this. Keon Coleman will not be playing for them this weekend. From what I understand, he's out this weekend. Amari Cooper, from what I understand, will be playing.
No,
Josh Allen, he's not playing this
he's
weekend?
not. No, he not from what I seen.
Cooper's not
Let me
playing.
double check.
I thought I
Not from
heard
what I
somebody say,
seen.
I thought they said he was playing.
Hold on, let me
I could
look.
be wrong. I could be wrong. That's why I got him on here to check. So, but here's the deal. I like our chances in Buffalo. And my thing about this is that I don't even care if we lose this game. I really don't. People might think I'm crazy for saying that, but I don't care if we lose this game. Because every time we've lost to Buffalo during the regular season, we wind up going further in the playoffs and eventually winning the Super Bowl. So,
Mm. Okay, so they're saying this just happened like an hour ago. They're saying
yeah.
he is expecting to play, but he'll have a cast on.
Okay, so that's why I thought. I thought he did.
Yeah.
I thought he did say that they did say he was not going to play.
I think Dalton Kincaid is the one that's
The one that's not playing. I do know for sure that he's not playing. But to me, like I said, I don't care. I know the Chiefs. I'm expecting the Chiefs to lose a game this season. I am, at least. It could come now or it can come later in the season. But I do
Or it could
expect
come when they might sit out they player. Like if they go 15-0, they
yeah.
might sit out the last two games.
And so I'm expecting that. But the way I look at it is I'm also expecting the Chiefs to tie up the number one seed as far as the NFL goes.
If they win this game, it's a wrap. They got the number one seed.
Yeah.
They'll be ahead. They'll be ahead of Buffalo if they win by 4 games. If they lose this game, I think it's 1 game.
Yeah.
They'll be ahead. So
we'll see what happens, but there's a lot of talk about, how good Buffalo is and how bad the Chiefs offense is. Here's my thing. The Chiefs do play down to their competition. They always have, especially on offense, and I don't know why.
Bro,
I really don't.
the Chiefs are bored. They've been dominant and beating niggas for 5-6 years now. Literally. They're bored, bro.
I
15
believe
in
you.
a row?
Yeah, I believe you. But I think that this game this past weekend kind of opened their eyes a little bit.
I agree.
You know,
I definitely agree.
We'll see. You know, LaShawn McCoy had a little nice take, and he was saying he didn't know if he wanted the Chiefs to go undefeated. He said, because, you know, sometimes you got to get that loss out of your system just so you can recalibrate and you can come back and try to get better. Because a lot of times if you win like that, then you kind of forget what it means to lose, and you've lost that hunger. Now, I don't know if that's true or if I believe that, but I understand where he's coming from, right? But I will say this. I think this team is right now looking at what the possibilities are, right, of three-peating. That's number one. Number one
That's
is
the number one goal.
And number two, the other thing is, and I think it's way on the back burner, is if they could possibly go undefeated. I don't think anybody's really giving a fuck in Kansas City about them going undefeated. I think their main goal is we want a three-peat, and we got to.
I think their mindset is to just win every game.
It probably is. I'm sure it is.
Like, and that's every team. That's probably every team's mindset is to you don't go into a game wanting to lose. You know, so
no.
But the mindset is to win every game. So if you can do that, you do that. If you lose a game, it's not the end of the world.
It's not.
You know,
it's not the end of the world.
And Kelsey even said, he was like, because you know he thought the game was over. And he was like, you know, who was he talking to? He said, I can't remember who he was talking to specifically, but somebody was talking about, oh man, we took an L, and Kelsey was like, it's just one L, you know.
Yeah.
We'll come back at it, and then he felt like it was his fault because he didn't catch that touchdown or whatever that in the end zone.
And that's the thing. That's the thing about the Chiefs is that everybody on that team feels accountable. They all, they all feel accountable, and that's the thing about that culture. That culture there is unlike any other culture in the NFL right now.
Right now, yeah. Facts.
And the reason why is because they have won Super Bowls and they've won multiple ones. So right now, they have this culture where guys feel like they let their teammates down or they let the guy beside them down. And that right there, it kind of, infuses itself throughout the whole team. Everybody's looking to try to not let the guy beside them down. Right. When you have that going on in your locker room and on the field, boy, that's a powerful thing. Especially
from one of your team leaders.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
So to me, I'm looking at this game against Buffalo and I'm thinking to myself, I don't really see anywhere that Buffalo is actually better than Kansas City on the field, to be honest with you. There might be some places where they're a little bit even at, but as far as better, I don't see it. I don't really see it.
The problem, so I think the Bills are a good team. The only issue I have with them is I haven't seen them do it this year.
Exactly. You haven't seen them do it on a good team.
And I'm specifically talking about this year because obviously they've been good.
Yeah. Years past, yeah.
This year,
yeah,
they haven't beat a good team.
And let's be honest, the Bills have been waiting for this game. They've been waiting for this game. I don't care what Josh Allen says about, it's just a Week 11 game. All right, dude. You remember the last time?
You think Mahomes is looking at it like that?
No, he understands.
Mahomes ain't looking at it like that.
They understand.
You ain't looking at it like that.
They understand the assignment. They know what it is. And here's the deal. Josh Allen, if you're trying to play this off as if it's just another game, I don't understand what the hell you were looking at when they handed out the sheets talking about, okay, this is what we're going to do. And you're thinking to yourself, oh, it's just another game. You're playing the defending two-time back-to-back Super Bowl champs who beat you at home to go and play in the AFC Championship game and then go to win a Super Bowl. So this is not just any team. You have to be ready. Now, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Nobody does, right? But if you're a Buffalo Bill fan, that place is going to be ready to go. It's going to be rocking. And once Josh gets in there, it's not going to be just any game. He's going to know when he walks in there on that field that it's not just any game. Cut the shit.
And the way, and I'm going to be honest with you, the way I've been seeing Bills fans talk, bro.
Isn't it wonderful to hear
these dudes? These dudes are
so
so disrespectful when it comes to Mahomes, bro. On Twitter,
isn't everybody though? Isn't everybody right now?
It's crazy. It is. Crazy.
I've heard everything
the amount
you
of
can
disrespect.
hear.
Yeah, the amount of I don't care how bad you think Mahomes is playing right now. The amount of disrespect going towards that man is ridiculous. I don't give a damn.
I've heard.
Look, you could think Lamar is better and great. That's fine. If you're a Ravens fan, look, I have no. That's fine because Lamar's playing out of this world right
He's
now.
playing really
No denying.
Yeah.
Really well. He's actually proving a lot of people wrong about what they've said about him as far as being a quarterback.
Yeah.
Being able to pass in the pocket, all that kind of stuff, reading the defenses, all that.
Yeah.
Lamar is balling.
Lamar is balling.
Lamar is really balling. We giving him his flowers.
Yeah, I'm giving him his flowers.
But when
the boy is bad.
He's going crazy. Yeah, he's going crazy. And like the thing that I don't like is when they just they say stuff like, "Oh well, Mahomes had Andy Reid," and I'm like, "Why do y'all do this? Y'all know how many other quarterbacks Reid has had, and they've never been able to do what Mahomes has done?"
You got to expect that from a hater, though. You got to.
Come on, bro.
You got to expect.
Y'all got to stop. They do it with Josh Allen. They say the same thing with Josh Allen would have 4 MVPs and 3 Super Bowls if he was under Andy Reid.
Okay, yeah.
Really?
It is.
Why do y'all do that?
It is disrespectful. Well, here's
especially when we have evidence. And look, I love Andy Reid. I think Andy Reid potentially, especially if he wins the Super Bowl, he could go down as the greatest coach of all time because he's done it. He's done it in different situations as far as being successful. Maybe not winning Super Bowls with different teams, but coaching different quarterbacks and still being successful, getting to the playoffs, getting the Super Bowls and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So
I want y'all to look at his record in the playoffs before Mahomes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
So here's my thing. Did you happen to watch the game where the Lions played the Texans?
Oh yeah. We gotta talk about that.
Let me tell you something. Jared Goff looked like absolute butt cheeks in that first half.
And this is what I be talking about because I've seen people. Lions fans been talking crazy. Everybody been talking crazy. Everybody. The Lions, the Eagles kind of been on hush hush mode because they kind of creeping up. What are they 7-2? They've kind of been quiet though. They're not bad, but they've been kind of quiet.
Speaking of that, they have taken the lead. It's 12-10.
Yeah, I've seen that
against Washington right now. So we'll see.
All these fans coming out talking crazy against the Chiefs and against Mahomes, and I'm just like, bro, what do y'all have? Y'all ain't got no Super Bowls.
I don't understand the hatred against this.
You know what team that don't? But you know what, especially in the AFC, you know what team that like their fan base doesn't really say anything? The Steelers.
No. That's a true.
And I think the Steelers
are the better.
And I think the Steelers are dangerous.
God, yes. I've been saying that for a while. I said that
the Steelers are dangerous.
I said that during the preseason. I said the Steelers are the team that are really. They made a bunch of good moves, and I like everything.
I need somebody to beat them.
Yes,
it's their defense, man.
Their defense is nasty. But the Lions had this game, and they played against Houston, and Goff looked bad in the first half. But let me tell you something. They, as a team, they turned that whole game around. Yeah, Goff had 5 picks in that game. 5 interceptions.
And they were bad picks. It wasn't like they were like, tipped at the defensive line. And, no, they were bad interceptions.
Yeah, so to me, they played poorly in the first half. But man, did they fucking come out in that second half and just take everything away from Houston and gobbled up everything that they needed to gobble up on the ground, running the ball. And Goff made a couple of timely passes that got them in, they scored a touchdown. I mean, they played lights out in that second half and won that game. And I was like, wow, that's a signature win right there. That is a signature win. The reason why I say it's a signature win is because of how bad Goff was in that first half and how they completely turned that around in that second half and stole that game away.
Yeah, because they should have lost.
They should have lost that game. I mean, that was a hell of a game by a team that had faced some adversity, major adversity in that game, and they came out on top. So the games this week, though, that I want to talk about that are coming up, there's a couple of them. I'm not going to say there's a lot of them, but there's a couple of games that I'm interested in. One of them is maybe doesn't, move the needle for everybody. Oh, I thought this guy, he did fumble, but they got it back. But the game I want to talk about that I think for me, it moves the needle a little bit is there's a team in our division, in the AFC West, that's in second place. And that's the Chargers, right? They are playing the Bengals this week. I'm going to be honest with you.
The Bengals going to lose.
I think the Bengals can win that game. I think the Bengals are going to win that game. I think the Bengals are going to win that game. The reason I say that is because if you look at any of the teams that the Chargers have played here on their win streak, their little win streak, they haven't been good. Their defenses have not been good.
I get that.
They're going up against probably one of the better offenses in the league.
But hold on. To counter that, the Chargers' defense is for real.
Oh, yeah. Their defense is nasty. I will give them that.
They're deep. Bro, they lead the league. I think they're number one in, the points allowed. They allowed the less touchdowns or whatever. It's that and something else. Yeah, their defense is...
I get it, but I will say... They have
and it's by a lot of points, too.
They haven't played anybody as far as a good QB on that level besides Mahomes. And you see what Mahomes, he was able to do. They won that game. They're going up against Burrow.
Either, though.
And Burrow's been playing well this season. I'm sorry. Burrow has played well this season.
For sure.
And I think with him and that offense being able to, they're still moving. I mean, they even in their loss against the Ravens, the other week, they still put up numbers. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm thinking the Chargers are going to lose that game. I think the Bengals can actually win. I'm just saying.
I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it because the Chargers,
Yeah. We have the Chiefs versus Bills. We just talked about that. I'm picking the Chiefs.
Come on, man. I'm taking the Chiefs all day, baby.
Saquon getting ready to score.
Yeah, I'll put it this way.
Saquon just scored.
I'll put it this way, though.
Big run.
I did.
Yeah, big run. Bills right now, they're favored. We said that. But
disrespectful. Undefeated team not favored, bro.
Hey, it is what it is.
15 straight and we not the...
Hey, I've been saying it. They're going to keep... These people are going to get enough disrespect.
Hey, no. Chiefs. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't be mad if the Chiefs lost.
I told you, it wouldn't upset me.
You know what's going to happen? What's going to happen? I really actually want them to win for this game in particular because of the seeding.
Yeah.
Because then they would actually lock up the first seed. They wouldn't have to, it would be a lock at that point.
Pretty much.
But if they happen, it comes down to it and they don't, you know what's going to happen? Everybody going to be talking about how overrated the Chiefs are. They're going to get bounced out in the first and second round. And the Ravens and the Bills are better. And I'm all for it. Please do. Please throw us under the radar and don't talk about us like we're the best team in the AFC or in the NFL. I will take it. Because you know what's going to happen? It's the same thing that happened last year.
Oh, Saquon just Saquon just had a big run.
It.
And I'm be honest with you. Hey, where would the Eagles be without that dude? Man. Hey, that was probably...
How much did they pay him?
Shit, I don't think it was... It was good. It was a good chunk of money, but...
It wasn't a whole lot, though.
I think it was for 2 years, wasn't it? But
I think it was longer than that. Man, what if the Chiefs... What if the Chiefs
I'm
could
not
have
going
brought
there.
him in?
I'm not going there.
Oh, I was thinking it in the
But
offseason. I was like, could you imagine
ooh,
with him and Pacheco? Look, I love Kareem. I love Kareem. You never know. We might have still got Kareem if Pacheco would have got hurt just to have a backup. You never know.
coulda.
But
Yeah, he's been their MVP. I don't care what nobody says. For the Eagles,
yeah,
he's been their MVP.
he's been the best player on that team
Oh yeah,
this year.
yeah,
It's not
definitely.
even close. He had 1,000 yards.
Next game on the list, I think, is going to be a good game. Is going to be Falcons visiting the Broncos. Falcons did lose their last game against the Saints. I still don't understand how the fuck that happened. I really don't. Broncos lost against the Chiefs, but I think the Falcons, I think they may be looking at a losing streak here. I think that Denver has to win this game. This is a must-win game for Denver. They have to win this game. And they're playing at home. So I think the Falcons could lose this game. I think they're going to have a little mini losing streak right here. Seahawks versus Ravens. Seahawks versus 49ers. 49ers didn't look great last week, but they did pull out a win over Tampa Bay. But the Seahawks are visiting to the
49ers probably going to win, but I don't.
49ers are going to win.
They haven't looked good. Yeah, I think they're going to win, but they haven't looked good.
No.
At all.
And the other big game for me is going to be on Sunday, the Steelers and the Ravens. And man, that's for first place in that division, baby. Woo,
I hope the Steelers.
And they got a heated rivalry anyway.
Ass.
They got a heated rivalry.
Lamar is like. As a matter of fact, Lamar has a losing record.
He has a losing record against the Steelers. He has.
I want to say it's 1-3.
I think it's worse.
It's something like that. It might be worse than that.
Yeah, but that's a rivalry game. They do not like each other, Steelers and Ravens. So we're gonna see what happens. And if I remember right, I want to say the Ravens are on the road for this game.
Yeah. 1-3.
1-3. So
I was right.
Like I said, you were. What I want to say is this: there's a couple of good games that are going to be on this weekend, and I will tell you, I'm very intrigued by that Ravens and Steelers game, and I can also tell you that Bills and Chiefs game, those two teams right there, those four teams, those two games, that's who is going to be playing in the AFC Championship game. It's two of those teams will be playing in the AFC Championship game.
Look, I'm going to be honest with you. In my opinion, I think the Steelers, and look, I don't care who we play, honestly, because we the Chiefs. I don't give a shit. But the Steelers, they're the real deal. I think the Steelers could be the ones that we end up playing in the AFC Championship.
But, that's neither here nor there, because the way I look at it is if we get the bye, we're only going to have to play one of those teams.
That's true. And that's the good thing. And that's why I want them to win this game so bad. So, because not only will we only have to play one of those teams, it'll give our players more time to rest.
Exactly.
Especially those that are injured.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Give Mahomes a little break. Kelsey, Alden, especially those older dudes. So
yeah, exactly.
I really want them to lock up this one seed and get that out the way. That way they ain't got to worry about it.
I would like that myself. I really would. So without that, without looking too far in the future, there's some things that could happen. Like I said, still Green Bay and Minnesota in the NFC. You still have San Francisco and the Lions and Philly. I'm sorry, but the NFC is stacked this year. I will say they are stacked. There's a lot of good teams in the NFC.
It's hard. I don't know who I'd pick right now coming out the NFC. I want to say the Lions.
Yeah.
But man, I'm not going to discount the 49ers either, though.
Not yet, because they're
not yet.
McCaffrey just came back.
Exactly.
And I want to say last week he had 7 targets, 6 receptions for like 60-something yards, but he only had 37 yards
Bad.
running the ball. But that's okay because this is first game back, right? But you got to wait and see what happens here over the next couple games. If he looks anything like he did last year, I'm going to be honest with you. I think the 49ers are now in play again.
I can see it.
Definitely
Yeah, I definitely can see it. What's the Vikings record right now?
They won their last game, so I want to say they're 6-2 or 7-2, one of the two. I can't remember. But they did win their last game against the Jags.
Oh, they are 7-2. So I mean, the Vikings. I don't know. They do have a good record. They're a good team.
They are a good team. Their defense is very good.
Yeah, I don't know if I put them above.
I wouldn't put them against.
I mean, they I don't know. They almost did beat Detroit. I think didn't they go to overtime against Detroit and they lost by like a few points?
It was by a field goal or something like that. It was like
yeah, it was like about a field goal. It was a close game.
But
I remember
it was early on in the season, so I mean it's hard to say. But I will say this: I don't discount. I will not discount if McCaffrey looks anything like if he starts to get back to that form. Hey,
that changes everything for them.
Be on the lookout for them. I'm just saying.
Packers too. I wouldn't sleep on the Packers either.
I'm not sleeping on the Packers either. I'm not sleeping on the Packers.
The NFC is low key kind of stacked.
I told you it's stacked, man. The NFC's stacked. So
another team people sleeping on. The Cardinals.
Yes.
Don't sleep.
The Cardinals are slowly and quietly making some.
Yeah, I would not sleep on them.
Division. Yeah. It's
because they're leading.
Boy, Saquon just took another one to the house. He just took another one to the house. He just took. Like I said, where would they be without
the game?
Yes, that's 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns in like the last 2 or 3 minutes. There's
no way.
Yes, he just took another one to the house. Oh my God!
Wow. Wow. Hey, and I missed it.
Hey, he's the MVP of that team, man. I'm telling you. That team is completely different on offense because of Saquon. He's a home run hitter. See what happens when you go to a team that's got an offensive line? See what happens when you go to a team that has an offensive line?
Yeah, this is what no way, I'm not even going to say it. This is why, no, seriously, I actually do want the Chiefs to do this in the draft. I don't know if they will. I really want them to get a running back opposite, like a fast dude that can get jiggy with it in the open field.
Will.
And can do that.
Yeah.
We need that. It's time for Mahomes. He needed Jamal Charles, goddammit. It's time.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, they just broke this game. This game's over. 25-10.
Wow, this game, I didn't think this game was gonna go past 15 points.
Hey, it was 7 minutes. It was 7 minutes and some change left on the clock. It was 12-10. Philly was up by 2 points.
Hold on.
They just scored
14 points that quick.
14 points in 3 minutes.
That is insane.
Oh,
and Jalen Hurts didn't even play that good this game. That's the crazy thing.
Hey, my cousin, your cousin Pino, he sent me a text when they got Marshawn Lattimore. He said, Redskins and Chiefs at the Super Bowl. I said, I mean, we'll see what happens, whatever. They got to play better than this tonight. They really do. And I know Marshawn.
They got to get their players activated.
Yeah, he's not activated right now.
They got to get their offensive players more involved.
Yeah.
Like their weapons. They didn't even really try to do nothing for real. They ain't seen no screen game. They didn't even really throw the ball to Terry. What's going on with that?
They tried, but I mean,
that's inexcusable. Yeah. You better force the ball if you got to at this point.
He did. He threw an interception.
Oh, well. Do it again.
Oh, might get lucky. Well, look. We've said
this dude.
Yeah, he pretty much has single-handedly won that game for him. We've pretty much said everything we wanted to say about, what's going to be happening this weekend. Like I said, this game is over. I wanted to see who was going to win this game. And, yeah, Philadelphia pretty much just shut the door on that. But looking forward to the Chiefs versus the Bills for sure. Steelers versus Ravens. I think it's going to be a good weekend for football. So we'll see what happens. And, just keep in mind that no matter what, any given Sunday, any team can be beat. I hope everybody remembers that. Any given Sunday, any team can be beat. We don't just, say the Chiefs can't be beat, because we do understand they can be beat. We've watched them get beat. But we do understand this is just the regular season. And the Chiefs don't really play until it's the playoffs. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Video? You remember that video that went viral on Mahomes when he was in the golf cart? And he was
yeah, he said, I got to keep it close.
I just keep it close at the end, and then
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So
spot on.
We want to thank everybody who's joined our show tonight. We haven't done a live in a long time. I want to say it's been a couple weeks, at least more. I'd say about a month. But we want to get back to that. And we want to thank everybody that has subscribed to our channel. You helped us hit our goal. We want to continue to grow and get bigger and bring you better content and actually have you guys become a part of the show. So when we do start doing our lives again, we're going to try to have super chats and stuff like that now that we are available to have those things. But in the meantime, we would like for you guys to just continue to keep coming back, enjoying the content, have a couple laughs with us, give a comment, leave a comment, ask a question, and in that way we can actually interact with you guys. So we want to say thank you guys. We hope you come back next week. We hope you enjoyed this week's content, and we will see you guys all next week here on the Cave Cast.